So what should we do when we feel that writing takes forever? And this episode is inspired by a client of mine who told me, I feel that writing takes forever, because she's now writing a research proposal, and she told me like it's insane. It takes forever for me to write a sentence. It takes forever for me to write this research proposal. And when I asked her how long is forever and how much has she written already, she told me she didn't start yet, but it already takes forever. And this got me thinking, because actually if we think about the part of the writing that takes forever, it's not really the writing per se, it's deciding what we should write about that takes forever. And that's where the most mental load is. So that's the part that takes us forever, that we keep procrastinating on, that prevents us from actually sitting down and writing the thing. So the goal of this, in order to shorten this period of procrastination, it should really be to offer some structure before we even start writing. And why is this important? It's important because when you design a writing plan, for example, or you just do this architecture of the thinking process, and you are sure what should go where and what you should write about exactly in every writing session. You know that on Monday morning you have a writing session, and in that 45 minutes you're supposed to write about this and this and this. It becomes much easier, because all of a sudden you lift this pressure from deciding and writing at the same time, which is A, time consuming, and B, honestly horrible, because there are so many things to do, and it makes sense that your brain feels overwhelmed and it doesn't want to do any of that. So if you're a person that feels that writing takes you forever, I just really want to ask you the question, like, ask yourself, is it the writing that takes you forever, or is it deciding what to write about that takes you forever? I bet it's the second option. So if it is the second option, I would really invite you to think about whether you can design a writing plan before you start writing. Like, decide beforehand what you're supposed to write about. Because I can tell you, it becomes much easier once you just sit down and know what you're supposed to say, how to say it, what goes where, and how this research proposal, thesis, paper, whatever it is that you're writing, technical report, how it's supposed to look like, and what is it that you are actually trying to say. And this is exactly a skill that I teach my clients in my coaching program. So we do exactly that. We learn how to structure our thoughts beforehand, and how to make sure that our thoughts are always so structured that whenever we need to present our work, write about our work, write a research proposal, a paper, a thesis, or whatever it is that we're doing, how we can always be ready to do so, because we kind of decluttered all of the mess beforehand. So if you are having troubles with this and you feel that you would need this kind of support, and it feels like every time you need to write, you're like, oh, but I don't feel like I want to do it. It takes me forever to decide what to write about. It takes me forever. I second guess every sentence. It takes me forever to structure it, and so on. If this is something that sounds familiar to you, I will leave a link down below here in which you can schedule a completely free discovery call with me. And in that call, you can share with me what are your current challenges, what are your current struggles when it comes to explaining your work, structuring it, writing it, and so on. And we can see if I can help you and if we are a good fit to work together. So I hope you found this video useful, and see you next time in another video. Bye bye.